according to the calendar. Um,
It's the four. Technically, I'm gonna count the Big Brother round. It's the fourth merge tribal. So let me get this out to the appropriate places, and then we can start.
Tribal 10 then. Evelyn, is this the option you did when playing the recorder for your scavenger hunt?
Not play the recorder, but no, this is my weird little thing I do when everybody's like, hands need to be in frame, and I'm just like doing this, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do.
You're being maniacal with it. You're like,
All right, y'all. Welcome to the fourth merge tribal of Distortion Survivor Aetheria. We are here with some of the tribe members today, and unfortunately, she's not here. So I was going to ask Lily about her experience. Lily has one immunity this round. So I'll go with Memphis, the complete opposite. So Memphis, you were in a very weird and particular position this particular challenge, as you were one of two people to decide to participate in the Power of Veto last round. And because Cody's not here and you are the only person to not compete in this individual immunity challenge. How are you feeling coming into this round? You only got so much time after results to figure out what the move was. So, how are you feeling about everything today?
yeah, it's definitely dichotomous where it's like for obviously I want to compete. I love to compete and I want to win. I want to be safe for tribal, but it's like that challenge seemed difficult and like the way that Lily did it, she had to literally probably be busy the last 24 hours like doing everything. So me sitting on my little ass not doing jack squat, I wasn't upset, but obviously like not being able to be safe at tribal or even like the capability of being safe was sketchy. And then obviously learning results maybe what, 7 hours ago, and then having to figure out what's going on. That's a lot, definitely. But I'm hoping to be here tomorrow. And if I'm not, then the decision I made last tribal was on me. So yeah.
All right, let's move to Josh. Now, Josh, you kind of in the same predicament, was not able to compete fully in this challenge. But you come into as Memphis brought up, only assortment, the amount of time that you had between the challenge results to us right now, not so much time. How are you feeling particularly about the short time span? And do you think you know what's happening tonight?
Um, I think that I think the short I don't really acclaim it to like a shorter time span that makes things difficult. I think what makes things harder is like us coming down in numbers and like every decision just kind of matters more and like everybody in a way is thinking about trying to get to the end of the game and trying to win, right? Like this is not the same game as we were playing like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So like, do I know what's gonna happen? Like I can only trust what people tell me. And I'm just gonna go with my gut and just hope that it's just and I just hope that I'm not the one to be booted. And that's all I can do.
All right, Scott, are you able to answer any questions today?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, Scott. So Josh brings up a really good point. We are getting down in numbers. We have four more people entering the jury before the final three sits at final tribal and preaches their case. What do you look for when you are sending people into the jury, especially when like you said, they're down in numbers. There's only four more rounds left to make your impression with the players in the game before they get sent out.
I mean, honestly, I mean, are you asking about like jury management and stuff? Is that what you're asking about?
Yeah, I would
Because
say,
like,
yeah.
okay, I didn't quite understand the question, but honestly, I'm just gonna treat like for me there's really no like jury management. I'm just gonna treat the players how I would normally treat them. Like if they're on the jury and they want to vote for me, if I'm in the end, like that's great. But like I'm not gonna like kiss booty regardless. And I think jury management is just another word for kissing booty. So I'm gonna treat the players how I would normally treat them, whether they're on the jury or not.
All right. We'll go to Evelyn. Evelyn, you were exiled from the whole live night last night, or not last night, but during the live night. And you're now sitting here. We're down in numbers. You're at 7 people. Do you think that the personal connections make it harder to vote people out, or do you see it at final 7 and go, no, I know what I need to do to get to the end?
I see a little bit of both because, yeah, I get it. The personal connections do make a lot, but at the same time, you're like, when it's down to so less, you know what you have to do going forward to like secure your spot, and everybody else has their own like way of doing that. Because before it was, oh, you're playing too big too early or too fast too early and everything, and now we're just like, okay, now is that time for that quote unquote too fast gameplay, and so you have to like constantly be thinking of that about that moving forward because we're here now and there's not really a whole lot number wise.
All
because you
right.
go from like having like 5 to 6 be the majority, and now you're just down to, oh yeah, only like three people have to write my name down, and here we are.
All right. And Justin, you get my favorite question, the one I've been asking every tribal. One word only. The last vote's going to be read. What do you think people's reactions are going to be?
Wow.
All right. Wow. Okay. Raise your hand if you guys think that tonight is your last night in Distortion Survivor Aetheria. 1 hand, 2 hand, 3 hand, 5 hands. No hands. Okay. And last question, if you had to compare this round to a fantasy story, what story would it be and why?
Hansel and Gretel after I get eaten by the witch.
I was gonna say Hansel and Gretel, but for a different reason, because it's like we're making sure we drop our breadcrumbs and we know what's going on so we can find our way back. Like making it to the end, like you have to do everything properly. But I also like getting put in an oven,
No,
so
I'm getting eaten by the witch, so.
Little Red Riding Hood. Don't know why.
Well, that works too because then I'm getting eaten by grandma.
All right, does anyone else have anything last minute they'd like to say? All right, it's time to vote. Go to your prod chats and change, submit, bump, do whatever you feel you need to do with your vote as long as we get it. As well, we are live with the VL and Ponderosa is watching. So if you want to make any shout outs, now would be the time. In the meantime, I'm going to go collect the votes and I'll be right back.
Shout out to my prod guests, Cake and Drew, and shout out to Cake, Marcelo, and Keaton for sending me a video for the scavenger hunt. I appreciate it.
sorry, alumni that I know I couldn't include you in the challenge because I'm a bitch and I'm sorry. Okay.
Shout out to Topher. I miss you, Topher. I hope Scarlett's doing great.
Well, I guess that's a question that I do have. The jury, like, can they watch these back? Will they have access to the tribal council?
They have access to this right now.
Okay. Well, like I know, like if they're not here, they could like watch it back like we can.
Yep, so the link is posted in the Ponderosa chat. So if they're not here to see it live, they'll be able to watch it back. Plus, obviously, which one of y'all will be heading over, you'll be able to discuss it with them as well. Hello, everyone. Give me a sec. All right. I have this new setup, so hello. Um, I have the votes, but first, if anyone has a hidden immunity idol or an advantage and they'd like to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right, I'll read the votes. If once I read the final vote, the person will have just a couple seconds to say their goodbyes and leave the Zoom if they're on the Zoom. First vote, Josh. Second vote, Scott. Third vote, Memphis. Fourth vote, Josh. Fifth vote, Memphis. Sixth vote, Memphis. Seventh vote. And the fourth member of our jury, Memphis. Memphis, if you have any final words, now be the time to say them.
You know, that was crazy. Yeah. GG's. I'll be watching in the jury and seeing what's going on. So yeah.
Memphis, I cannot speak for Prod, but I will attempt. It's been a blast. Thank you so much for playing this season. I know you just played with Nick and you applied on a whim, but we did not know you beforehand, and you truly made this game and this experience hosting so much better for us. Thank you so much, Memphis. Uh, the tribe has spoken.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Good game, Memphis.
And with that, congratulations on making it to Final Six. But I think you guys might want to stay on the Zoom. Just give me one moment.
Oh.
Every time I unmute, that's when the walkie wants to go off. Oh my gosh.
Do they do battle packs in Distortion? Because I'm like, shit.
I don't know.
Here I thought I was going to be able to go. Oh, I'm just going to say it on the Zoom. Here I thought I was going to be able to go poop, but I guess not.
You'll have to hold it.
Ugh.
Congrats on Final Six, everybody.
Thank you guys. That was
Congrats.
I'm muted. My bad. All right, guys. So you might be wondering, we've been playing this game, and you guys have made it to the final six. You guys have made it to, you've beaten and you've surpassed 10 players in this game. Think about that. 10 players. And, I've been talking about the significance of numbers all season and what they can mean and what they can't. And I did have to take a break for just 1 second to reach out to my friend, the man behind the forest, to let you know that you guys have been doing a great job voting in the minority, losing challenges, and just experiencing the game as a whole. The forest really hates someone who just plays by the book and just votes a majority every round and wins the challenges. He hates that. He's like, boo. So he wants to reward someone with the final six immunity. So whoever has the most marks to right now will be safe for the final six and move on to final five. And you guys will have 2 days because you have tomorrow off. You'll have until Monday to decide who will be sixth place. But you might be asking, oh my God, Seb, who has these marks? And I'm so glad you asked because I'm going to reveal them right now. So we'll start. There are 6 of you, and we are going to go in numerical order. So all season long, if you've gotten marks one of 3 ways. You've gotten them either by voting in the minority, using a challenge, or making social connections enough that you could get your marks will to you by previously eliminated players. So players who had been eliminated were able to transfer their marks to players still in the game. So here's where we will start. There are 6 of you. There will be 6 results. Think of this as a challenge, So unfortunately, in 6th place, you guys really fought hard in this challenge. You guys stayed up all night for this. Unfortunately, with 4 marks throughout the whole game, unfortunately, Scott, you have not won immunity for this challenge. In 5th and 4th place, there was a tie for 9 marks. And unfortunately, Justin and Evelyn, you did not win immunity for this challenge. It comes down to Lily, Jake, and Josh. And with 10 marks, unfortunately, Lily has not won immunity. It comes down to Jake and Josh. One of you has 24 marks, and one of you has 31 marks. Congratulations, Josh. You have won the final 6 immunity by working with the forest through all the trials and tribulations. You are safe into the final 5. This will all be typed up, but as you know, based on the calendar, you have tomorrow off. Please take that time, relax, or strategize. I can't tell you what to do. But just know that a poll will be posted tomorrow night with the tribal times. But in the meantime, if you have any questions, go to your prod chat. But in the meantime, congratulations again, Josh, for working with the forest throughout the whole season.